Jay here, Zuki Garoto, back with you once again for another Transformers review, where I'm still in a bit of a Cybertron mood today. So, this time I'm going to be bringing you Galaxy Force, Land Bullet, or Cybertron Crumplezone, depending on your preference. Once again, I prefer the Western name of this guy. I mean, Crumplezone sounds a lot more Decepticon than Land Bullet, though I can understand Land Bullet once you actually take a look at him. A little background from what I know of the Cybertron story first. Crumplezone is one of the members of the speed planet Velocitron, and he hangs around with Ransack most of the time, who turns into a little Velocitronian motorcycle, I think would be the correct term. And he eventually teams up with Megatron and the Decepticons, and him and Ransack become kind of the comedy pair of the Decepticons. You know, there's always one, really, isn't there? Some kind of comic relief pair. But eventually he gets destroyed. He doesn't get destroyed. When Megatron becomes Galvatron, to my recollection, or at some point in the series, Megatron / Galvatron acquires some new power and tests it out on Crumplezone, where he becomes Dark Crumplezone, which is a lovely, lovely toy. But I couldn't find that guy, and we'll just get into the toy, hey? My background is shite anyway. We'll get into the toy. This lovely fella is Crumplezone, and as you can see, he's a kind of, well, you'd normally say Cybertronian, but I think Velocitronian would be a more appropriate term for this guy. But yeah, you can see he's kind of a Velocitronian trike. He's got three motorcycle wheels, there and there, which are a lovely translucent blue, actually. I mean, that's just brilliant, and the cockpit here is also translucent blue, and I don't know if you can see that, but he's got a little moulded seat under there, and a little dashboard and everything, which I think is quite cool. And look at the detail on this guy as well. He's laden with it. I mean, it's all over this guy. It's just absolutely lovely. I mean, I think these are probably the weakest parts when it comes to detail, but we've got it on the sides there as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say for his motorcycle mode, really. I mean, the wheels spin, these open up like that. That's part of his Cyber Key gimmick, which I'll show you now, or Force Chip gimmick. So we just take the Force Chip and Force Chip ignition. I fucking hate when that happens. That was not planned at all, just so you know. Right, we'll just push it in. You get that noise there. We'll just do that again, actually. It wasn't quite good enough. So, and he does like to fall apart a little bit in this mode. Yeah, we'll just take him back. And Force Chip ignition! You do have to kind of give it a little bit. It takes a lot of force to get this in here, you know. That, or I'm just a lot more scrawny than I thought. And there we go. There's the detail that I was on about. You know, these sides may be plain, but this more than makes up for it. And of course these do fire. And I can just go and get those now because I like the aesthetic look with the missiles. And the missiles do kind of look quite like bullets, actually, more so than missiles. Which I think is quite nice, very nice. We'll just put these back in. This is another figure I picked up from AA as well. Another one I nearly lost some missiles to at the bar, where I first discovered they fired. Yeah, so we'll just put him back like that. Put the Force Chip to one side. Transformation. He is a Voyager class, but it's a fairly simple transformation. Again, quite a few of the Cybertronian Voyagers were. And you got one like Live Convoy or Evac, which is a lot more complicated. But yeah, basically we'll start by splitting the legs from the front of here. Oh, I suppose they're going to become legs now, but rotate it round 180 like that, and they just do kind of hang there for now. We'll just straighten his feet out like that. Then we separate these pieces from here, and you can see his great big stonking Hulk fists. And don't activate the Force Chip key. That is quite weak, actually. You can just go. You don't need the Cyber Key at all unless you want the lights and sounds. But yeah, so then you can see his head. Hello. But yeah, we'll start bringing this piece. No, we don't. We bring the shoulders down. This guy is quite cumbersome to have in your hands. you know, rotate these around. It is fist out, fist down, rotate, rotate. So there's his elbows. Then we rotate this down and push his head around like that. Put this wheel into his chest and peg it into his torso, like that. And there we have Crumplezone in robot mode. And I love this guy's robot mode, you know. It's, I don't know, something about the Cybertron line aesthetic and just really pleases me. I really love that. And his face has got quite a wide range of emotion as well because of some of the features and the articulation. And his light piping is brilliant. But I'll cover that in a minute. Articulation first. He will 180 and listen to that on his arms. Lovely. They will go in and out some. The shoulders. He will rotate below the shoulder. Rotate at the wrist, at the elbow even. Bend at the elbow. Wrist will go in. So you can get quite a few good punching poses out of this guy. Well, it needs a bit more articulation, but to do some quite cool ones, but no use complaining, I suppose. The toy is what it is, and what it is good. His feet will pivot. He will bend at the knee. He will rotate at the knee. He will go backwards and forwards at the leg on some... This guy's full of click ears. Pretty much every joint on him clicks. Even his feet click. Okay, maybe they don't. But, yeah. And he will do the Perceptor kick. Ha! That was quite a loud one. Gosh, I'm quite enthusiastic. I have another one of these out today, by the way. Yeah, I just feel like doing quite a few. And now I'm going to try and show you his head. Got this set to macro mode this time, so it should focus, focus, focus. There we go. Look at his head sculpt. That's lovely, that is. And his head will 360 all the way around. I mean, that's a lovely, lovely head sculpt. And you can see about the range of emotion on this guy. I mean, his mouth will pivot as well, which I think is quite cool. Yeah, enough of my childish antics. But, yeah. And, of course, his force chip gimmick will still work in this mode. We just put it into the back, and a good deal of force. There we go. A lot of things going wrong for me today. First, you knock star screen down when I'm getting this guy and lose a missile. Found it though. So it's not really a missile if you find it. But yeah, and he looks quite menacing and impressive with these up as well. You can have him kind of, if we pose him right, like he's got his hands on top of it. Well, no, the articulation isn't advanced as the newer lines, but what can you say? I mean, I personally love all the Cybertron figures. Well, every one I've got I love. And it's just something about the aesthetic of them to me. But I definitely recommend picking this guy up, you know. I mean, I got him for... Well, there are quite a few Crumplezones and Dark Crumplezones knocking around at AA. I think I saw about 5 total, including this guy of Crumple and Dark Crumplezone, regular and Dark Crumplezones. But yeah, so I picked him up for 15 quid. Complete bar the instructions and the force chip. So not really complete at all, but you know, he's got the missiles and he transforms well and the electronics still work. What more can you want, really? He's in good nick as well. Solid, except for that. But yeah, so this was Jay Izuki Garoto with Cybertron Crumplezone, Galaxy Force Land Bullet. I'd recommend you buy this figure. I don't know what my voice just did there. But yeah, so until next time guys, peace out. See you in a minute. For a couple of hours depending on when it takes to stop loading. Later.